Alrighty. What's up, guys? Welcome to the next episode of Daily Brotein. I had to make sure I said it that way. I realized in the first one after I recorded it, I said protein. I mean, they're very similar words. But I want to make sure that's clear. So this is episode 2. I don't have the first one on iTunes yet. Going home last week definitely it was nice to get away, but I wasn't prioritizing putting it on or really doing a whole lot of work on the podcast. So now I'm back on it this week. One problem is I need a new computer. My computer is super slow. And that's why it takes a while for me to really put everything into Audacity and, get it edited and all that. Cause I did get, which actually I need my brother to send it to me. But while I was at home, he showed me the song that he wrote for me for my intro, and I really liked it, so I'm going to put that on all my episodes as soon as I can get that from him. So goal of this week, is at least to get that put together and then get it sent into iTunes and Spotify so it can be on there as well. Because the first episode is on YouTube if you want to watch it that way, but I know a lot of people like just the audio. I kind of prefer that too. So I'm going to try to get that up there as soon as possible. I hope everyone is staying well with this quarantine, still in full effect. It does look and it feels like things are starting to, I don't want to say go back to normal because I think it's gonna be a while before anything goes back to normal. But they're in the process of kind of getting back to our normal ways. Obviously we're out here in California. We're probably gonna be one of the last states to really start to open things up. I have seen gyms around the country, like Virginia, Texas, Florida, Arizona, gyms are open there, which is amazing, and I'm jealous. Oregon, one of my friends sent me a picture. He lives in Oregon, and I was super jealous, but I also realized that here our population is a lot higher, and it's going to take a lot more time, and that's okay. They're saying, my gut, they don't really know, but my gut feeling is it's going to be mid-June to July, which is kind of what I felt even a month back. So I hope everyone just stay in there until then. I think they're going to start opening more restaurants here. I know some stores have started to open up, which is a good sign in the right direction. So slowly but surely, just keep taking it day by day, and we'll get there. So today's going to be a brief one. My next few ones are going to be more fitness related. Going to dive into some more deeper topics, but for today, I just want to talk about the power of positivity and compassion, because it goes a long way, especially in a time like this. The funny thing is, a little side note that I noticed this morning, I was running errands, to Trader Joe's, Safeway, Target, and normally, I'm a person that, when people make eye contact, I smile, because that's a way of sharing positivity and being nice, and, you never know what a smile can mean to another person, it can go a long way. But I'm wearing a mask, I don't know why it didn't dawn on me, but today there was 3 separate occasions that I smiled, and then after I walked past the person, I was like, they can't even, they have no idea if I'm smiling or not because I'm wearing a mask. So it hides that, so it makes it a little harder. I think that's another weird thing about being out and about, is people have the mask and they can't really, they can't smile, it makes you feel kind of weird. I didn't notice that until today. It didn't dawn on me, but definitely is a different weird vibe for sure. So definitely I am stoked for when things go back to normal. But it's kind of funny little side note. I didn't realize that until today. I didn't even realize I was doing that. And they can't see it. So you can either nod your head or wave or whatever. You can say something instead. I think the smile is just more it's just second nature for me. But again, so going back to positivity, and if you follow me on Instagram and YouTube, yesterday I kind of talked about listening to your body, kind of listening to how you feel, because again, I can't stress this enough, with anything, it's not going to be a straight shot, it's going to be up and down battle with anything, whether it's a weight loss, relationships. I know I've talked about this before, anything in life, life is not a straight line that goes up, right? It's more like a roller coaster, boomerangs, going backwards, all these things. And yesterday I kind of had one of those days. I think it was a mixture of me being tired, because the day before is when I pushed myself and I ran 8 miles, which I've done before, but I ran 8 miles and then I decided to go do a push workout and go for 275, which I did get. I did all of that. But I think my mind was so like gung-ho that my body, I didn't realize like the effect it was gonna have on my body. And last night I did get to bed at an earlier hour because I have been getting up early again to walk with one of my clients, and that's been great. It's a great way to start my morning. I just need to go to bed earlier, especially with working out twice a day and all the things that I'm doing. My body needs that time to recover. But anyways, yesterday was just, I think it was a combination of that and just things were off, And the funny thing is, like, there were a couple people I talked to the day and they said the same thing, like, it's just a long day, Sometimes, like, you just have those days, right? It's hard, it's easy to get frustrated, right? When you have days like that where it just seems like nothing's going right, nothing good is happening, and it's weird. What I've noticed is it kind of goes in like cycles, right? You have like a couple days where they're not so great, and then like you have a bunch of really, really great days. And that's kind of how I live my life. And it's, it's not 100%, I'm not superstitious, it's not 100% true, but it's usually how it goes. Like, it works in threes sometimes, which is it's just weird how the universe operates. But my thing is, you just kind of have to embrace it as it is. Like yesterday, I didn't do a whole lot. I didn't work out. I took a nap. I haven't taken a nap since quarantine started. Just because I've had more time to sleep and I haven't been working as much. So I did that. I felt way better afterwards. I still didn't feel fully great, but definitely better than I did before. And I played video games, and I ate, and I rested, and that was really it. I went on my walk with my client in the morning, and that's really the only activity that I got. But going into that day, when I woke up, I was like, it was gonna be a normal day. Like, I was gonna run, I was gonna lift, and even after I took a nap, I was still gonna lift. And then I just wasn't feeling it, And for me, I'm very like as you guys know, I'm a very go person, and I love being active. Like, it's my lifestyle, and I enjoy it. I don't have to push. I mean, I do push myself, but it's not too hard to get me to go out and run or work out, whatever. And yesterday just seemed like a struggle, and I could just feel it all over my body. So I know I'm kind of sidetracking. But again, when you're in that state of mind, everything else is more negative, right? And that's what I mean, is like, you may be having a great day. Someone else may be having a terrible day, right? But how you interact with them can make a huge difference. I think we've all had like days I was having yesterday, and just not, or even worse than that, where just things aren't going right. That's how the world works. You just have your bad days, and then they have interaction with, like, whether it's a friend or a family member, or it could be just a random person, and like they say something or they do something for them that just completely turns their day around. And the person that's doing it probably has no idea, Maybe afterwards they tell them, well, thank you so much, like, I was having the worst day, and stuff like that. That's where positivity can go a long way. And compassion, because you never know what someone's going through, right? You're not in their shoes, I definitely sometimes struggle with being, I guess you could say, judgmental. And the funny thing is, I don't think I come across as a judgmental person. I'm really not. The funny thing is, lately I've been getting a lot into, well, I've always been into, but really like personality types and stuff like that. I don't know if anyone's ever taken the Myers-Briggs test. It's a personality test, and it breaks it down into there's 4 different categories. So the first one's either introverted or extroverted. Second one is either you're intuitive or sensing. Third is you're thinking or feeling. And then last one's usually either judging or perceiving, or judging or prospecting. And there's one that I've taken as of late, and it gives you the percentage of each one. So kind of how this relates to what I was going to say is, every time I'm taking the test, like since I first took it in high school, high school psychology, and I took it again in college, kind of always getting the same thing, always 60% or more judging. And I'm like, what? I don't feel like I'm a judgmental person, I feel like I'm pretty open. Obviously people change as they grow up. But I have noticed, and I really thought about it, is it's almost subconscious. When like I see someone or I see someone do something, driving is a great example, and I think we all get road rage. I definitely do. You see someone do something, and you're quick to judge. I know I am, and that's what I'm saying is I don't even realize it, until later on. I've been thinking a lot more about it and realizing it's kind of like the internal, like, making judgments already, which I've been trying really hard. And the funny thing is, my percentage has gone down on that judging side, which is good. Because again, you never know what someone's going through. You never know what's going on in their day, as I was saying before. And just be that person, especially in a time like this where there's a lot of stress. I've noticed, I'm sure other people have too, going around, going like just shopping errands, just doing your normal. That's the biggest thing I miss, is just doing my daily routine. It's something I take for granted all the time. And, I shouldn't, I definitely won't once things go back to normal. That's what I miss. I miss, like I was saying about smiling to people. It's like, it's weird being out, because everyone's kind of on edge. Obviously the coronavirus is something new and we don't know a lot about it. We're all told to wear these masks and wear gloves, and stay 6 feet apart. So obviously the tension is going to be high. Everyone's going to be on edge. Not even, I don't think it's intentionally. And that's the thing, is like, because that's going on, I would even stress more to be a more positive, open-minded person, because more people are stressed out about work, various things in life, to kind of wrap it up, just be that positive voice and support for someone, especially in a time like this. But even going on after this time's over, like, keep that going, because that's what makes the world go around. Like, there's so much negativity in our world, I know, so why contribute to it? Why not contribute on the other end to make things more positive, because that makes everything better. And that's really all I had to say. That's definitely, I think it kind of sparked my brain this morning when I noticed that whole smiling thing, about the whole thing about being positive and how you interact with people, because body language is huge. That's, again, it goes back to the smiling thing. Like, I've seen studies that say that that's where, like, and I'd even agree with myself, which is why social media is so interesting, and like texting and everything, because the body language is not in there. It's not a factor. And that's where most of language, it's that nonverbal stuff where most people take their, like, impressions and stuff from, which is crazy. Things you don't even realize you're doing. You may be saying one thing, but you may be showing something. Like, I've noticed that many interactions with people where they're saying one thing, but you can tell by their body language that they mean, like, they feel another. And I know I've done it too. Like, I'll say one thing, but I can definitely tell now that I'm trying to be more, like, aware of what I'm doing, I'm giving off another sign, which is, I think, just human nature. So that's really all I want to say. Just be positive, support each other, especially during this time. Stay strong, and let's keep moving on, and stay tuned till next time.